complete your homework. We have a winner? What's that? Okay, so we know it was a big task, but at least people start. Anybody started at least? Okay, right. So the idea is really we want you all to take it back as well as part of some of the information that was shared over the last couple of days, as well as what Hannah shared today, and that could all be consolidated into the exercise that we shared. Nigel is also circulating a document as well, a methodology for, I'll tell you the exact name of the document. Right, so it's a top-level policy framework methodology. And you can take a read of it, and it will also be on the CTU's website for your download as well. So it provides a good basis for the exercise as well. And we will be following up with you all in the coming weeks on the exercise to see how far you've reached. If you all need any assistance, of course, the CTU is there to provide guidance and to provide that kind of assistance in preparing the document. Of course, if we don't hear from you, we'll continue to insist and make follow-up requests for some of the work. So on that note, I don't know if you would like to say a few words as well before we hand over back to Master Ceremonies.
Thank you very much. It is really just a few words. I think, you know, the expression after all that's been said and done, I think we have done all that we could and said all we could over the course of the last three or 4 days. And what's left to be done is the action part. You know, we are wonderful talkers. We talk about things, and we talk and deliberate, and we discuss, right? But at the end of the day, we have to do. We have to act. We have to act decisively. So I'm depending on all of you here today, as Leslie Leafook said, make this your personal will and take responsibility and see that you commit yourself to driving this process forward so that in the coming months, we could start seeing the transformation that is possible across the governments of the Caribbean. And with that, I thank you all for coming and staying the course. I really appreciate all the contributions. We have learned a lot from this exercise, and I look forward to seeing you perhaps in another year or so, where we could report on the progress that we've made. I thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Lewis. And now, as we wrap up, I would like to invite Honorable Melford Nicholas, Minister of Information, Broadcasting, Telecommunications, and Information Technology, Government of Antigua, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, and I read somewhere, and I've kept it as a keepsake for all these years, that the first responsibility for any leader is to define reality, and the last is to say thank you. So it is my pleasure in bringing this most remarkable week to a close to say thank you to a number of key people. And if I were to attempt to explain to you the odyssey that has brought us to this point, we'll be here for the balance of the evening. But safe to say that it could not have been done without the excellent leadership and the support of a wonderful team from the CTU. I'd first like to salute Bernadette and her wonderful team. I'd also like to support my own organizing team here in Antigua, and for the second time running, within a period of about 8 months, they have organized a tremendous event, with the support of the CTU. So I'd like to salute Karen Burton in particular and the team, inclusive of Darrell Jackson, my PS, Jackie Brown, my own personal assistant, Miss Marshall, all of the support team from the IT team in my ministry. I think they have given, they have stayed the course, and I think they have been always willing to share. So I think I wanted to say and salute them as well for their contribution to the efforts. And may I just add the fact that Antigua has staked out a lead position in the region as a key proponent of e-government. It is due in no small part for the effort that my team, the IT team, has put in these past 3.5 years in Antigua. But what more can be said about the efforts here? I'd still like to say a special thank you to the management here at Sand, while they might not be in earshot, to the management of some of the host hotels, because it transpires that we attempted to do something which was almost impossible, was to pull off an event like this in the middle and at the heart of the tourism season in Antigua. As you can imagine, a number of the hotel plants in the region had been damaged because of the passage of the 2 hurricanes, and so less facilities were available, so there was very high contention for the hotel rooms here in Antigua. And so to the management of Sandals and St. James's Club and the Veranda Beach Resort and a number of other properties, we really do owe them a special thanks for, in spite of the contention, to find the facilities to allow us to be here this past week. To each of the participating jurisdictions who saw it fit to respond to the call, and even as the SG has reminded me, even in the last week, when some of us had doubts, Madam SG, as to the viability of the whole project, you came in your numbers, and not only did you come in your numbers, but you participated in a manner that I cannot remember seeing at a conference such as this before. So I wanted to say to all of the visiting delegations, we had said welcome. I know you had a wonderful time here in Antigua, but I wanted to thank you for coming and being a part of the event and making it the success that it was. There's also the Antiguan fraternity, because we made an attempt to invite our local private sector partners and as well a number of other IT professionals here. I'm sure that you detected quite a bit of enthusiasm in the room this morning with Mr. Mitnick. And I also wanted to salute and to thank those persons here in Antigua who came by, even as you're from the private sector, the banking community in particular. You would be aware now that the effort is going to be a national effort. It's just not for the government alone. We have to support the whole national ethos about cybersecurity, as a matter of fact. So I really wanted to say thank you for the participation as well of the local private sector. Most importantly, we cannot forget our sponsors, because I think even as we had contemplated this through the offices of the CTU and the Secretary General, I think Fortinet, Digicel, Cisco, and Guardian Holdings Limited. I don't think that they had a representative here this week that I would have met personally, but I think that their contributions to the effort has certainly made this event possible by defraying some of the costs associated with staging such an event. And I hate to do vote of thanks because invariably I would have forgotten somebody, but to all of the support staff who are here, the persons who are doing the electronic support, and to our supplier, Lava Entertainment, you have been a silent partner in all of this, but certainly you have enabled a lot of the presentation. So to the team and the staff from Lava, we wanted to say thanks. But again, none of this would have achieved the level of interest or the impact without the support and the contributions of the delegation from Estonia and the delegations from Georgia. I think I remember from my chemistry lessons, you can have a concentrated solution and nothing happens, and you drop one crystal in there and it crystallizes the whole solution. I think the fact that we have seen a worked example of Estonia, having come from a position of occupation and colonialism and then liberation, and then having to build your country up, and then it got attacked, and you learned from that and came roaring back to now become a world leader in this business. I think it's a tremendous learning experience for all of us. And if it is one other thing that we have learned, is that small is good. Yes. And so to the delegation, to Mr. Astak and Mr. Rain, we are happy the support that you've given us. And we can assure you that there will be, unlike what Mr. Leafook said, that there were 10 persons per month coming from Estonia to this part of the world, you can be assured that there will be some reverse tourism coming to Estonia as well. And so I think in all of this, there's nothing more that I can say, but if I've left anyone out, it's not intentional, but just to say that we are indeed happy, and I think the best that we can do from here is to go out and make it happen. So again, thanks, and I look forward to seeing each of you in a year, wherever we decide to stage another event like this. And as your president, I'm saying, on behalf of the SG, we're looking forward for the results. Yes? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Minister. And on that note, I would like to say thank you all for coming. I hope that, as was mentioned before, everything was as beneficial as it could be, and it's a good stepping stone and a start to bring it in something to fruition. So I wish you all the best. Until next time.